Hello everyone, Thempire Ian here with more new cards. Oh my god, Jump Festa has produced so much news. I think this is gonna have to be 4 videos? This is crazy, it's a lot. So I'm gonna break up the news and the cards into the 4 videos. I hope you don't mind. I'm really sorry about this, but there's just too much going on here. First up, we have Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game The Chronicles. These are going to be animated shorts featuring the Sky Striker story and the White story, as Yu-Gi-Oh! Is determined to call it branded. It makes more, I think it's probably going to be what they call it, maybe, or just Albaz, something like that. They're not going to call it White. This is an extension of the little short run that they did. I watched through the video just in case. I did just check to see if it was actually worth watching. No, it's just a rehash of some of the animation from the short that they released. Was it earlier this year, I believe? Or was it last year? Anyways, they're just like expanding that into shorts, which is what they should have been doing for a long time. Pokemon's been doing a lot of shorts on their YouTube channel. I'm surprised it's taken Yu-Gi-Oh! So long to do the same. They have an animation team already. It's kind of weird that they don't do this. It's cool. I think that's neat. Here's the cards, though. We're going to talk about the new Ancient Forest, Ancient Fairy archetype stuff. It's kind of a pile of cards. It's the stuff that Luna played. It's just a big pile of cards, but we're going to make it an archetype. So here we go. And you know, we also have the, we recently got to see her fairy tale stuff, which is her manga archetype. So this will be expanding upon that maybe as well. But either way, they both support Ancient Fairy Dragon. So, you know, here's more of that. We've got a level 4 Light Beast. That is something that you can search off of the fairy tale stuff. You can only use the first, second, and third effects of this card name once per turn. If a card is normal special summon, you can add a spell trap that mentions Ancient Fairy Dragon from your deck to your hand. That's interesting because I don't think any of the fairy tale stuff mentions Ancient Fairy Dragon. It does the Signer Dragon thing instead. So I don't think that helps with that, but it does help with whatever spell they put in this set, I guess. During a main phase, you can special summon one level 4 light or lower light beast, plant, or fairy monster from your hand in defense position. Very interesting. I assume we're going to see more of those. And then, of course, it hits the fairy tale stuff as well. You can banish this card from your graveyard and target one field spell in your graveyard, place it on the bottom of the deck, and then draw 1 card. Fits in with the field spell theming of Ancient Fairy Dragon. Recycles the field spell you pop with it. This guy seems pretty good. It's a normal summon that adds and then also special summons. It is from hand, but you know it's pretty good. It seems pretty good. This is going to be really frustrating when you get hit with Imperm. Infinite Impermanence or Effect Veiler is going to make this thing not do a damn thing, and it's going to be very frustrating because it seems like it's a really important part of the deck. Spore, the Fairy Cell, a Spore Retrain. Spore is actually like a crazy card with a long history, a long illustrious history. So we'll see what this new one does. Level 1 Light Plant Tuner. You can use the second effect of this card once per turn. If this card is special summon, you can increase its level up the number of monsters you control. Okay, interesting. It still has the level increase effect in a way. If this card is in your graveyard and you control Ancient Fairy Dragon or a Light Beast, Plant, or Fairy Monster, you can special summon this card. Also, you cannot special summon another extra for the rest of the turn except for Synchro Monsters. Interesting. Okay, so what this guy does, so he can, when he gets to the field, it would if you use the effect of Regulus to get onto the field, it would only, so it gets up to the number of monsters you control, which would include itself. So it would, but it boosts up by 2, making it a 3, and then that's a 4. Perfect, yeah. And then you can make Ancient Fairy Dragon, then it's in the graveyard while you control Ancient Fairy Dragon, or any of the other guys, I guess. Also, so if you mill this, it works as well. Special summon it, then you can't special summon, and it locks you into Synchro Monsters. But that gets you an extra one of this, and then that's not a once per turn. So you can increase its level once again, and then do something else with the Ancient Fairy Dragon. Next up is Kuriban, the Fairy Spirit. Level 1 Light Fairy Effect Monster with the Kuribo stats. You can only use the first second effect of this card's name once per turn. If you control Ancient Fairy Dragon or a Light Beast, Plant, or Fairy Monster, you can special summon this card from your hand if you do treat it as a tuner. Okay, so that can make a level 1 tuner for you to make this level 8 synchro that I'm seeing down here. If another monster you control that is Ancient Fairy Dragon or mentions it would be used destroyed by a card effect, you can return this card to the hand instead. That's only if it's on the field, which it is pretty easy to get onto the field. But otherwise, I don't see any reason to play this card. It just kind of seems pretty bad. Like, Regulus and Spore are the whole combo by themselves, right? So why would I do anything with this Karibo card? Fuck the Karibo card. I don't need it. Let's see what the new Ancient Fairy Dragon does. Ancient Fairy Life Dragon, level 8 Light Dragon Synchro Effect Monster, 2500, 33,000 or 3300 defense. That's pretty beefy. It's generic. You can only use the first effect of this card name once per turn. If this card is synchro summon, you can draw one card, or if the World of Spirits is on the field, add one Light Beast, Plant, Fairy Monster, or one Eternal Sunshine from your deck to your hand instead. That's the Eternal Sunshine. Oh, that's a new trap card. I was like, that's not the name of the Fairy Tale card, is it? No, that one's like called like Fairy Tale First Chapter or something like that. Okay, so this is this is going to really depend on what World of Spirits and Eternal Sunshine do. Your Ancient Fairy Dragon and monsters that mention it can attack while in face-up defense position. Oh, and this does mention Ancient Fairy Dragon. This is really interesting. It turns your Ancient Fairy Dragon stuff into super heavy samurais, which is important because they have beefy defense stats, or at least these guys do. The synchro monsters do. That's really interesting. And if they do like defense, yeah. Ooh, that's kind of neat. Interesting. This guy's interesting. It's kind of weird that he doesn't do, or I guess she, I think the Ancient Fairy Dragon is a girl. It's kind of weird that she doesn't do anything else. Like, am I supposed to synchro this up into another thing or something? I guess it turns them into super heavy samurais, and that's something. Maybe the fields, maybe it's like Ryzial, and the field spell is what makes them broken. You can only activate one card with this card name per turn. You can only activate the second and third effect of this card's name while you control a level 7 or higher Light Dragon Synchro monster. When this card resolves, you can add one monster dimension Ancient Fairy Dragon from your deck to your hand. Okay. That's only these guys. So the deck seems very internally consistent. It's like, it is kind of like Ryzial. Everything gets you into every other thing. So that's nice. Each time a monster is special summon in attack position, change it to defense position. Okay, that makes the... Ooh, that's an interesting floodgate for making sure your dragons aren't threatened at all. It's not great, but it's interesting. Once returned in the end phase, destroy all the turn player's attack position monsters. So that is an anti-link strategy in a way, because you know, anything that's just like left in attack position somehow. And then, of course, you know, this thing only changes them into defense position. They can be changed into attack position later, but they won't be able to change back to defense position, so you can destroy them in the end phase. It's interesting. It's interesting. I don't know that it's good, but it's interesting. It's got my curiosity piqued. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Continuous trap card. You can only use the second effect of this card's name a number of times per turn, up to the number of cards you control that are Ancient Fairy Dragon or monsters that mention it. What the fuck? This is the worst card text I've ever read in the universe. This is so wordy. What the fuck are you doing? Okay. Monster you control gain 500 defense for each Ancient Fairy Dragon and each monster you mention that you control. This really is super heavy samurai. It's a defense position OTK deck. What the fuck? What are they doing? Once per chain, you can target one face of monster your opponent controls until the end of this turn. Its current attack and defense become halved. Its effects are negated. All right. I mean, and then it does that equal to the number of times. It could do that a number of times equal to the number of Ancient Fairy Dragon or monsters that mention it. So if you have Ancient Fairy Life Dragon on the field, there's no way to get the Ancient Fairy Dragon from the grave back on the field, it doesn't look like. At least not currently. So let's say you have Ancient Fairy Life Dragon and nothing else, because the combo is you go Regulus, Regulus... Like, okay, so let's think about this in terms of one card combos, right? Regulus, has a search. Regulus can search the field spell. The field spell can search Spore. Spore has no way to summon itself to the field normally, but you can use the effect of Regulus to summon it to the field. Then it gains 2 levels, and then you can make Ancient Fairy Dragon, which obviously isn't pictured here, but you know what it is. Ancient Fairy Dragon could theoretically swap out World of Spirits for something else, but I don't think you would want to do that in this position. I guess what the advantage of Ancient Fairy Dragon is that you can like you can play like Chicken Game. Is Chicken Game legal in TCG yet? Did they do that? I don't remember if they did or not. It's so hard to keep track of all the ban lists now because they're all so radically different from each other and they're all doing weird shit. But something like that, you could have like a funky field spell doing something and then swap into World of Spirits, but then you can't do the 1-card combo. But you could also swap out a World of Spirits. But if you swap out a World of Spirits, then you can't do Ancient Fairy Life Dragon's effect. This is really weird anti-synergy. Like you're making Regulus. You're summoning Regulus. You're getting a Spore off of the field spell. That's the only way to do it. The only way to get the Spore to hand without just drawing it is getting it off of the field spell. And then you're making Ancient Fairy Dragon with them. And then the Ancient Fairy Dragon just doesn't get to use its most powerful effect. Like the effect got it banned. That's so strange. I don't understand this. I know Ancient Fairy Dragon has another effect. I need to read that. I forget what it is. Ancient Fairy Dragon. During your main phase, special summon level 4 lower monsters from your hand. Right. That also doesn't help. That also doesn't help. That also doesn't help. I mean, like, I guess what you could do is you could like go into a field spell that gets you a level 4 or lower monster, special summon it out with Ancient Fairy Dragon. Use the effect of Regulus to get World of Spirits back into the deck and then hope you draw into it, I guess. Or you draw into another copy of it, I guess. And then you could do some other... Because none of this... Spore does lock you. Well, Spore doesn't lock you until you use the second effect, which you wouldn't do until after you've made Ancient Fairy Dragon. So before you use the second effect of Spore, you're not locked into anything. You can go into some combos with whatever you get off of the second field spell. I just don't know how you get the other field spell back into your hand to activate it. The field spell you need to search the trap that actually does something. The trap is like the only thing in the deck that makes the deck tick, and so you need to have access to it. But the only way to search it is with World of Spirits. I mean, I guess you could search it with Regulus if you have the Spore in hand, but you need to get World of Spirits somehow. This is weird. This is funky. Maybe there's something involving the fairy tale stuff. I forget what all the fairy tale stuff does. Let's, is that not in here yet? Or is it under some other name? I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it. Yeah, it's just not coming up. That stuff maybe has something, maybe, because I seem to remember the field spell of that archetype being able to search a field spell or something like that, or having something to do with field spells. I don't know. It feels like there's a piece missing here for sure. Like it definitely feels like there's something missing here. Like it's making me want to like try and find. I know it's going to take forever for me to actually find the fairy tale stuff if I try and do that. I wonder if I can, if I could just search it. If Yu-Gi-Oh will let me. Yeah, there it is. Okay. All right, we got it. Okay. There your standby phase. You can send this card for the field spell and place one field spell from your hand or deck face up in your field spell. Okay, here it is. This field spell doesn't do anything though. It lets you draw a card, I guess. Okay, so here's the play then. Okay, let's go back into thinking this about this as a 1-card combo. Regulus effect, add World of Spirits. World of Spirits add Spore. What else does this do? Nothing that matters here right now. Spore gets summoned by the Regulus effect. Spore increases level by 2. You make Ancient Fairy Dragon. Ancient Fairy Dragon effect to grab Fairy Tale Prologue Journey's Dawn. And because you control level 7 or 8 Dragon Synchro monster, you can draw 1 card. Then you send this card from the field zone to the graveyard to add back. Wait, shit, though. You can't activate it. Because this says you can only activate 1 card with this card's name per turn. Why is the deck like this? This is so confusing. It almost feels like a good deck. Like I almost get it. I almost get it. But this little issue here, I guess they just don't want you to play Ancient Fairy Dragon as Ancient Fairy Dragon. They want you to use it as synchro material to make this new guy. Don't you want to make this new guy who's like a worse super heavy samurai train? But you get to search this card that gives you a couple of... Well, okay, so continuing our 1-card combo, since we can't actually do anything with the Ancient Fairy Dragon, we just summon back Spore. And then go Spore effect, or we don't go Spore effect. No, we don't do a Spore effect. We go Synchro Summon into Ancient Fairy Life Dragon. We have World of Spirits on the field. We add Eternal Sunshine from deck to hand. And then we have 1 Ancient Fairy Life Dragon on the field. And Eternal Sunshine on the field. And so we have a total of 1 negate. What the fuck? What? This deck is terrible, dude. This is so bad. Oh, it's like... This is so frustrating, because it's like 1 anything away. If this little piece of text did not exist, there would be something here. At least you get a draw. I don't know. Maybe you could draw in. You could like be drawing into something. I don't know. But like this like just destroys any possibility of any kind of. You could do things if you draw into them, but you can't consistently rely on that. So you're just gonna have to be like, yeah, I'm running a, I don't know, fairy tale guys. You can grab this guy or something, or the bat. You could special summon him and then grab. I mean, he does synergize. So we will have a guy in the field zone, so you can special summon this guy. Wait, you have to have the specific field spell on field to grab a light beast from deck to hand. Are you kidding me, dude? This is incredible, dude. So like, you can't even like really effectively run these things together either. The manga Ancient Fairy Dragon archetype and the anime Ancient Fairy Dragon archetype conflict with each other. This is insane. What the fuck? Like, you can run both of them, but you will run into problems where they conflict with each other. And like, you could just like try and run this Ancient Fairy Dragon stuff and just ignore, well, no, ignore going into the Eternal Sunshine. So here's our other possibility, right? We do the combo up to the point where we make Ancient Fairy Dragon away the field spell. We don't give a shit about the field spell. And then we grab like a good field spell, like Union Hanger, right? Or something like that. Maybe before we do that, because we have a level 7 or higher, we actually just go ahead and use the effect to draw a card. Wait, no. This guy is the one that has to draw a card. Never mind. This is how we get into our combo. Sorry. I'm getting confuddled now because of all this nonsense. Okay, so yeah. We do the combo up to the point where we have Ancient Fairy Dragon effect to pop the field spell, cycle the field spell for like Union Hanger or another good field spell like that. Preferably something that searches us a level 4 monster that we can use Ancient Fairy Dragon's effect, or level 4 or lower monster that we can use Ancient Fairy Dragon's effect to get onto the field. That doesn't lock us into anything, I'm pretty sure. I'm like 90% sure. Yeah, you just do it. Oh, you cannot connect to your battle phase to turn your activate effect. Perfect. That's fine. And then we could use the, like, once we like, and then we like, you use that level 4 or lower monster we summoned to do some sort of combo. I don't know. I feel like Union Hanger is like not one of the best things we could be doing, but surely there's something we can do. And then we can, use the Spore effect to get this guy on field and draw a card and have a big booty on the field or something. Or, maybe we could use the Spore effect at that point to increase its level. Because I don't know how many monsters we'll have on the field at that point. Like, it depends on what kind of combo you end up doing. But like, theoretically, maybe you do like Union Hanger stuff and you link climb with the ABCs. And then you make ABC Buster Dragon. So you have like a Link monster and Buster Dragon. You can increase the level by 4 at that point, making it a 5. A 5 and 7 can make a 12. And so you could just make a 12 off of that. I don't know what 12 you want to go into off of that, but you could do something. That sounds better. But it kind of makes like, it kind of invalidates like half of the card text that we're looking at here. So it makes me wonder, like, why do they design it this way, right? It's confusing to me. It's confusing. I think these are really interesting. It's just like they seem decently powerful. There is a 1-card combo here. It does also lose hard to Droll, but a lot of things do. It's just I don't think they fully thought through the Ancient Fairy Dragon part of this. Like, it feels like Ancient Fairy Dragon is just a vanilla in this deck. Like, it's just supposed to be a vanilla, which is really strange because it's one of the strongest synchro monsters ever printed. That's weird. All right, I've got a bunch more of these to make, so I got 3 more videos to make, so I gotta stop talking about these cards. Instead, you tell me what you think about these cards. Let me know down below what you think of these new cards. Am I missing something? Is there like something I'm significantly missing here? Maybe it's Ancient Pixie Dragon or something. Maybe you're supposed to do Ancient Pixie. It doesn't mention Ancient Fairy Dragon, so I don't think it's related at all to this, even though whatever. Let me know what you think down below. I'll see you in the next one, which will be very shortly. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Hey there, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Got a lot more for you if you want them. Just hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to get notifications. I'd also appreciate it if you left me a like and a comment, maybe share the video around with your friends. You can also follow me on all usual social media sites. Just check out my website in the description below for more info. My videos are funded by my patrons and YouTube members, whose names you'll see scrolling by in these credits here. For just $1 a month, you too could find yourself here, trapped in my end screen for all eternity. In particular, I'd like to thank Haru Hayes, Fleakill, Frog Prince Michael, Jeremy Coatney, the Almighty Ferret Lord, and Fire Mizumi. A big thanks to all my other patrons and unto my little community as a whole. Remember to be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, and have a wonderful whatever time it is for you. Bye-bye!